Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how to replace sustained pedal events like here by changing the note duration here so that the notes, instead of being small like this, will last as long as the pedal here is on. In other words, as long as you push the pedal down with your foot here, as it is recorded. There is actually a command in Cubase to do that, but it doesn't work very well, especially with pedals like this, which record also all the intermediate steps here between the on and off values, the 127 and 0 value. So we're going to have to fix that, and also fix the fact that notes might overlap, like these two notes here will end both at this time, and therefore there will be an overlap, and we don't want that. And finally, we want to remove these events once everything has been done. In other words, what I want to do is something like this, BIM. So here, as you can see now, this is equivalent things, you know. If I replay it with all the controllers, including the pedals, pedal events here, here's what I hear. Okay, so you can hear that all these notes actually last until the end of each bar. And if I apply my command here, it will sound the same. So how do we do that? Well, we have to record a few macros. Actually, we first use the logical editor, the MIDI logical editor here. And then once we've done that, to record various commands in the logical editor, we include all these commands in a macro, which you can find here. So this macro, I called it replace pedal with note lengths. It's right here. And so I'm not sure if you're familiar with macros, but basically you create one by saying new here, and then you go and pick some commands, existing commands here from all the commands which are listed, and you add them under this. And in my case, the first thing I do is I use a select all command so that I select all the notes here, then notes and also the pedal events. Then I will use 3 different presets that I just created in the MIDI logical editor. One which will take all the sustained pedal events, and for all of those who are have a value below 63, I will set it to 0, and all events which have a value bigger than 64, I will set it to 127 to make sure that I only have on and off value. And then I will remove all the events in the sustained pedal which are redundant. In other words, when I have the same successive pedal events, I will remove all of them but one. Then finally, I can use the Cubase command, which actually does the job, which is to convert the pedal events to a change in note lengths. And as I said before, then there might be some overlap, so I use another command from Cubase called delete overlaps mono. And finally, I will then, after that, delete all the pedal events, because the macro doesn't do that. There's still one left. And finally, I will remove the lane behind here, because it's not used anymore, by saying show me just the used controllers. Unfortunately, there's no way to do that. You know, it should be you know, exactly what the the pedals to note length command does, but it doesn't. And so that's why we have to do that. And unfortunately, I cannot give you one file that would do that. What I can do, if you're not familiar too much with this, I can give you the files for this. And so I will attach them in the video. And then you will have to do the macro yourself, because it's much more tricky to give you the command corresponding to that. It's better that you do it like this. So maybe at the end of the video I will do all the details, but that's basically the results. And then I will assign to this particular event here, I will assign a key by using this here. Okay, so that's it, and I hope it's useful, and for those who want to know all the details, just stay tuned.